Hey, this is John Semankiewicz. I'm at Beer Law Center, the estimable, very small law office. Our new attorney, London, asked me to do a quick video about something that I've been kind of thinking about for years now and trying to explain to clients, especially for retail alcohol sales in North Carolina. I always get questions about what you can advertise, what you can do, what you can't do, and the rules are really complex. So the way I think about it is you can look at the rules and there's always sort of here's the rule, here's the exception to the rule, here's the exception to the exception, and therefore that's the general rule again. But really, I've come up with what I think are three basic rules of how to look at it, right? So I call these John's rules of ABC construction. And it's when you're looking at what the ABC thinks you can do or what you think you can do under the ABC rules, think about three things. One, in North Carolina, there's no free beer. So what does that mean? Well, that means that in general, you can't give away alcohol. You can give away a sample or a comp pint or something like that on a rare occasion, but it shouldn't be the basis, or it shouldn't be your basic mode of operation. Same is true of like bottomless drinks. You can't do that because the one price for all you can drink, well, that eventually just gets really close to free, and there's no free beer. You can't advertise free beer. That's a really bad thing. So one, no free beer in North Carolina. Two, you have to offer the same beer to the same people at the same price across the board. You have to offer the same thing to everybody across the board. So you can't discriminate between two different groups of people on the price of alcohol. If you've got a special, it has to be good for the whole day, and it has to be good for anybody who comes in the door and anybody that asks for it. So sometimes I see things like, hey, first responders get $1 off pints on Monday. You really can't do that. That special has to be open for everybody that day, regardless of race, religion, creed, demographic, whether they're a rewards member or a loyalty card member, any of that stuff. It's got to be available to everybody at the same price. Same thing with these loyalty cards where people try and get, you're going to get 20 ounces for the price of a 16-ounce pint if you're a loyalty card or rewards card member. Can't do that. Has to be the same amount of beer or the same alcohol to everybody at the same price. All right, so the first one was no free beer. Second one was same beer to everybody at the same price. Third one is, and this is going to sound counterintuitive, you can't encourage drinking. So what does that mean? Well, our rules are set up so that people should want to ask or should have to ask for a beverage, right? And you don't want to reward them for drinking with more drinking, right? So several years ago, we had a rule that, and I think this just recently changed last year, that you could only sell one drink to one person at a time. You couldn't sell somebody like 4 drinks at a time. So that's been relaxed somewhat, but the whole idea was that you shouldn't require the purchase of multiple beverages just to get a deal, right? So you can't do a 2-for-1. Well, you can, but you still have to honor if I only want one, I get it at half price, right? Those kind of things. Same thing with the loyalty card and rewards card kind of things. You can provide incentives for people to say, try all these beers or try all these beverages or whatever it is, but you can't reward them with a free alcoholic beverage, right? So you can reward them with a gift card, and maybe they can use that gift card to buy a beverage, but they have to be able to use that gift card on anything else, like merchandise or food or whatever else you're serving or selling. So they don't want to see you encourage drinking by offering more drinks, right? So, all right, one more time. No free beer, same beer for everybody for the same price, and you can't encourage drinking. Okay, those sound really hard for if you're running an alcohol business, but it's just a way to look at the regulations so you can kind of, if you don't agree with them, or even if you don't agree with them, at least you understand how they got to them. And if you kind of think about it in that kind of context, with those kind of 3 things in mind, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the right answer, at least as far as what the regulations allow you to do. So hope this was helpful. I'm going to be forced to do more of these, it looks like, so I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.